if it's not me saying it, it's not gonna be anybody else saying it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we could have everything we have now. We could keep everything that we have. But people have to start at a pinpoint and say, okay, here's the issue. I don't care how bad or how hurtful it may sound, because nothing is meant to hurt or anything like that. Anytime anybody gets hurt is if somebody gets shot, injured, beaten bad, whatever, etc. You know what I'm saying? Like that is harm. That is hurt. Words don't hurt anybody in here. Words don't get people stabbed in here. And if it does, you know what I'm saying, then that's the individual. You see what I'm saying? It's just, there's an algorithm for everything. Okay? This is important because this lets us catch certain people in real time, and it helps us find out certain shit. You know what I'm saying? This is how it goes, man. I'm not gonna leave the world blindsided. I'm not gonna let people sit here and make excuses and say they didn't know that this was a possibility or this could happen. No, you know what I'm saying? Don't sit here and say that, because anything could have happened. You know what I'm saying? The whole world. If the government said the whole world was going tomorrow, how would people react? What would people even be saying? You know what I'm saying? How would the world react if the world went nuclear tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? And the sad part is, like I said, point of view is so crazy because it lets you see things from a different angle. And we're all humans, and if we're all one, then if that's the case, then I could see, experience, and feel that same emotion, that same everything at that time of the event, and all these different things. You see what I'm saying? And it just hits because it's like, damn, if nobody speaks out and says it now, you know what I'm saying, they won't ever be changed later on. And that's because everybody was too worried about being sensitive and not hurting somebody's feelings, when it's not even about hurting anybody's feelings, because nobody's feelings is being hurt. People would rather hurt feelings than hurt each other, you know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to people hurting each other, there is no going back, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who thinks it's okay to hurt each other definitely has to be stopped, you know what I'm saying? Like, stopped in the sense of either, you know what I'm saying, with the guns or jail, or one of the two, you know what I'm saying? It just, like I said, it's two options to the motherfucking game, you know what I mean? People have to decide, how the fuck are we gonna move on with the next shit? Because everything's crash. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna say the world's crashing, because that's just gonna make the world go into even more of a panic mode. I'm not gonna make the world go into more of a panic mode. I'm gonna make sure people have somebody that they could go to and see that's, you know what I'm saying, doing the work behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna leave y'all with no information. We're gonna go on this journey together, because like I said, I think this is really important. You know what I'm saying, for self-development and self-development for the world, you know what I'm saying, because it's gonna do good. I'm gonna do good, and I'm not bad with it. That's the best part. You know what I'm saying? This is why I said life is exactly that journey. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find out what is it that you want to do in life. Because once you find out what that is, then does your true journey really begin. Because think about it. I mean, are you gonna hop on YouTube and if you're gonna hop on YouTube and your journey is to go out and do crime, I mean, that's a journey too, but that's a destructive journey. You know what I'm saying? Us as collective people would say, this is not the actionable. You know what I'm saying? This, you know what I'm saying? You know, like even if your friend was doing too much crazy shit that day, you'd be like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a little too extra. He was doing way too much. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to help them out. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're grown folks here. We're not little babies or children. People who want to be little kids. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having the inner child in you, but you know what I'm saying? The inner child is supposed to be who you are to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain times to play, and there's certain times when there's time to pay attention. There's times when there's time to work. There's times to cry, and there's times to do all these other things and ask the reason why. You know what I'm saying? It's I think it's crazy to me how it all works, because it's like, damn, you know, we as the people really have a choice on what happens to our country next. And it's not even hard to figure it out. Like, bro, if people tomorrow said no, hell no, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want this in our country, or you know what I'm saying, or these people. Look, this is why I say people should respect government. People should want to help and not destroy government, because government is all we really have outside of, you know what I'm saying, real true assistance for people. You know what I'm saying? I understand the idea of government, because government gives people a sense of protection. Whether people want to agree or not, it does not matter, because like I said, people would rather have it than not have it. That's the issue. You see what I'm saying? Because if America didn't have police, people would have to resort to being responsible for their own security. And like I said, people have to do that regardless. The police is just one way of doing it, because it makes sure that the society or the community is guaranteed or protected, you know what I'm saying, to maintain a certain level of order. That's what people want to, you know what I'm saying, try to not bring up, but I'm going to bring that up, you know what I'm saying? Many people of many different colors work in the police force, you know what I'm saying? And humans are ran by humans, so it's not, I mean, you know, obviously there's a rule, there's a code of conduct that has to be followed. And then, you know, if there isn't transparency, people won't trust their own government, you know what I'm saying? And that's understandable. But that does not mean people should throw away the system or get rid of it, because then that means somebody else has to step up. It doesn't mean somebody else should just go away or you know, or this, that, the third. You know what I mean? People shouldn't be afraid, you know what I'm saying, of the thought of that. It just means somebody else has to step up and do the work that nobody else wanted to do. You know what I mean? So, and we could say that about Trump, because we could say that he came in, he did the border, he did so many different things that a lot of people might not agree with. Okay, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Different presidents come in, do different shit, but for the most part, the border idea, and like, you know, I agree with the border idea, because it ensures the protection of people. You know what I'm saying? Of many people. When you get the whole world, and you know what I'm saying, and you just dump it into a country like the United States, people don't understand what type of people, what type of mentality is being carried, and what types of issues come along with it. These people can bring viruses, you know, different shit that you just, and that a closed country that would have had protection, that would have had AI at the border. I really believe that the Border Patrol should really be investing in AI. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it's not. Why isn't the government investing in AI to identify illegal immigrants? Wouldn't that be a good idea? You know what I'm saying? You know, people want to talk about experimenting new shit. Okay, well that's the great start to it. You know what I'm saying? The new innovation. You know what I'm saying? That's ensuring the protection of the people. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I said, there's certain people that you don't want to let into the country. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want to let someone who murders people inside your house. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't let an arsonist in your house, someone that's gonna start a fire, that's known for starting fires and destroying property. You wouldn't want them in your crib. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? You're not gonna let these people just do what they want to do. You know what I mean? Because for one, if you don't, then basically what that would be called is that you being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You being a pussy. You know what I mean? Because now you've evaded. You know what I'm saying? Your own place of home. You know what I'm saying? Your own dwelling. You know what I'm saying? So when people do that, I'm thinking, okay, well, there's two sides of the coin. Because, like I said, good people are going to do good stuff, bad people are going to do bad stuff. You know what I mean?